So guys, time to update you where we're at with the Audi. It's been a really late day here in the workshop. It's gone 9:30 now, so we're going to call it a day. All of the wiring is now complete. We're ready for speaker fitting tomorrow. So we've got both of the Pioneer underseat subs in now. We're just waiting on the bracket on the second one over the other side. Two things I just wanted to point out in the front here. Stereo's now in. This is the Pioneer P80 reference series. You'll notice that we've not put this in all the way yet, and it's just a little tip for you guys when you're doing your own installations, until you actually get to your end setup and you're ready for everything to go back in, leave the stereo out a little bit, because once you've locked it in its cage it can be a little bit difficult to get it out. So just save yourself a little time and just leave it out a little bit. And in the doors here, on most cars you'll have to use the standard factory speaker wiring inside, because the grommet, which is just on the inside here, I'm not sure if you can see with the camera, is too restrictive to get cabling through. We're really lucky on the TT, it has a very wide grommet, so we're able to get this 4mm cable all the way through direct to all the speakers. Now just moving around the other side, one of the things that you'll see here is we've got this sort of old speaker here. It's a second-hand speaker we have on the shelf, and we use this for testing. Now what we're doing is we've connected this to every set of speaker wires as we've connected to the amplifier. And then what you do is you go into the boot and you connect a 9-volt battery to the speaker wires, and that lets you check two things. One, which speaker wire is which is very important. And two, it lets you check that the speaker is in phase. So when we pop a battery on the back in the speaker wires, this speaker here, if it's in phase, when we connect it, it will just do a little pop just out the cone, or just pop out. So it lets us know that all the speakers are connected correctly to the amplifier, and we've got a good solid connection, and also that each of the speakers is in phase the way it should be. So tomorrow, as far as the front's concerned, we're ready to put all the interior back together tomorrow, and then work on the door mounts for the speakers and carry on with the work on the A-pillars. As far as the boot's concerned, you now see we've got the sub in place here. Again, 4mm cable. You'll see here a terminal port as it's done here. We've got 4mm cable there as well. The reason why the sub is inverted in this is because there's so little boot space in this car. To get more space in the box itself, the sub has been fitted inverted instead. The battery wiring is all done now, so we've got Stinger pure copper power wiring coming to this battery here and out to the amplifiers via this distribution block at the side. All the ends, of course, on the earths and everything are all heat shrunk, gold plated connectors and gold plated terminals to make sure the best connection possible. Now down in here, whether you'll see here or not, we've got a bass mono here which is running this JL Audio subwoofer here, and in here we have a very special piece of equipment which I wish I'd kind of videoed before we put it in, but I didn't. That is a Genesis 4-channel amplifier. Those are handmade in England, have been for the last 30 years, and they're regarded as one of the benchmarks for car audio amplifiers. Really high-end amplifier. We can't wait to hear that running. And in the front here we have our mains cable, which is running from the front battery to the rear battery as a charge point. Obviously we'll connect that last. So tomorrow it's on with the work with the pillar pods and the door mounts, and then hopefully by the end of play tomorrow we should be able to get her up and running, get the system set up, have a listen to it and make sure we're happy before we remove the pods and send them off up to the upholsterers for trimming. So we'll see you guys tomorrow.